Hello, Lexi and Dylan. I have another storybook here, Turtle Rescue by Johnny Marks and Xuan Li. A wild adventure to save our sea life. Oh, Turtle Rescue. This is Flora. She's a marine biologist and all-round science buff and adventure extraordinaire. She can also hold her breath for a ridiculously long time. Handy skills when searching for turtles. This is Fauna. He's an incredible inventor and he absolutely loves turtles. He also likes to think he's a gifted map reader, but let's just wait and see about that. Oops, we almost forgot to mention Fauna is afraid of water. What could possibly go wrong? Together they form the famous duo Flora and Fauna, world's greatest adventurers. Oh, and this is baby Bud. He's growing up fast. He seems to have just about mastered walking, so swimming is his next challenge. Bud is also learning some new words, but rather than starting with simple sounds, he's figured out how to say jellyfish. What a genius. Okay. Flora and Fauna, the world's greatest explorers, are well. Wait, this can't be right. It looks as though they're very little indeed. They're usually much more adventurous. Oh well, I guess they've earned themselves a break. There'll be no mountain climbing, skydiving, or abseiling on this holiday. Instead, they've swapped their waterproof jackets and crampons for swimwear and flip flops. Fauna is trying to make sure that Bud is comfortable in the water, but he'll have to pluck up the courage to wade further out. Doesn't want to go out very far, does he? But Bud, on the other hand, keeps getting distracted by the scuttling crabs and the pelicans flying overhead. Meanwhile, something has caught Fauna's eye off in the distance. What could it be? Mm. These turtles have been coming to this beach ever since I was a little girl, but we haven't seen as many turtles this year. Something strange is going on. Look, Bud, it's a turtle. There's a turtle out there. No, I'm not sure. That's a jellyfish. Jellyfish. It looks like. Oh, wait, hang on. It's a plastic bag. Oh, no, that's no good. Oh, well, it looks like the explorers aren't going to get much of a break at all. Once they've helped the volunteers collect the rubbish, they should sail to the sea turtles' favourite habitat, the reef, to see if they can track down some of the missing creatures. It's time to dive a little deeper into this mystery. First, Flora and Fauna need to collect some supplies for their trip. They head to the nearest action adventure store where the shelves are filled with everything they could possibly need. There are life jackets. It says life jackets. You see those? Life jackets. There's snacks. Yum, 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 yum. Some tools. There's Bud. He's saying jellyfish, jellyfish, jellyfish. Um, mm, I should probably buy a map. There's Fauna getting a map. I think Bud can smell something fishy. He's finally finding these jellyfish everywhere. Once the explorers have gathered all their supplies, they are ready to chart a sailboat. A strong wind is blowing in from the east, perfect for sailing. Let's hope it's not a sign that a storm is brewing. The boat is now ready to go, and Fauna takes one final minute to swat up on some turtle research. Best to do some research before you start, isn't it? Wow, look at all these facts about turtles. There are 7 species of sea turtles. A flat black, green, hawksbill, leatherback, loggerhead, Kemp's Ridley, olive Ridley. The numbers of all species have dwindled in the last century. Turtles tend to live near the reefs, close to food and out of harm's way. Turtles can lay as many as 200 eggs at a time. The turtles lay the eggs in the sand. Many return to the same beach on which they were born. Turtles eat all sorts of things, including crustaceans, mollusks, jellyfish, and seagrasses. Pregnant females use their flippers to dig holes in the deep, soft sand, hoping to hide their eggs from predators. Oh dear. Most turtles hatch at night when fewer predators are awake. Some turtles can hide in their shells for protection, but not sea turtles. Temperature affects the sex of sea turtle hatchlings. If the eggs are warm, more females are produced. And if the eggs are cooler, more males are born. Oh, wow. So while Fauna peruses the last few pages of this book, Bud and Flora pop into the water to give swimming another go. The chilled out beach life definitely seems to have slowed their sense of urgency. Come on, guys, it's time to move. The turtles need your help. Oh, what's this? Open up. The boat rushes across the water, and Bud gets to marvel at all the sea creatures living beneath the waves. Tropical fish dart to and fro, bigger creatures glide, creating shadows under the surface. Hold on tight. What do we got here? A big open book. The adventurers eventually make their way to the reef, and Bud cannot believe his eyes. There are rays, eels, corals, sharks, enemies, and fish as far as the eye can see. Look at all that. Oh, and more plastic bags for Bud's to count than for Bud's. Oh, and more plastic bags for Bud to count. That's definitely not a good sign. At least he can pluck them from the water with his little grabber. Oh, remember all the fish and rays, manta rays, and whatnot we saw when we were at SeaWorld. That was a great day. Lovely day for a quick dip, right, Fauna? Those clouds look a bit ominous. The explorers don't seem to have noticed. Is that a turtle? What's that? There's a jellyfish over here. And what's that? A reef shark. And that's a manta ray. Stingray. Yeah, stingrays. Alright. Fish can breathe underwater using their gills. The turtle seems to be heading towards deeper waters. Flora will need to follow it. You have to follow it. But it's important she keeps her distance. She doesn't want to startle the creature. As Flora delves deeper, different creatures appear. Flora can hold her breath for a very long time, but she can't beat a turtle. Time for some air. Some turtle species can hold their breath for hours on end. Wow. Alright, here we go, next page. As Flora swims towards the surface, she notices the looming black clouds overhead. A great storm is coming. Oh, look at that, a big whale and a baby whale. Some species of whale live to be more than 100 years old. Bowhead whales can survive for 2 centuries. That's 200 years, 2 centuries. Whales are covered in a thick layer of fat called blubber to keep them warm in the ice-cold water. The sea creatures can sense a change. Fish, whales, and dolphins all rush to find calmer waters. Oh, they can feel the storm coming. Then the thunder rumbles and the lightning streaks across the sky. Yikes. A bit scary. What do we got here? The storm rages on. Flora, Fauna, and Bud cling on for safety. Tear, rip, pop. Sunlight breaks through the cloud. Oh, what's happening here? One last gust of wind blows the tattered sails. Whoosh. And a beautiful island appears in the distance. All those rocking waves have made Fauna feel quite woozy, and the storm has blown the boat a long way from the reef. Maybe the family should rest on the dry land for a short while. Oh wow, look, Bud. Their family touches down the soft shore. There's not another human being in sight. But something has made lots of deep tracks in the sand. Bud dashes towards the tracks to get a closer look. The tracks go up and over the dunes. It's time to explore. Most of the sand on the beach is made from rocks slowly broken down over the course of tens of millions of years. It's a long time. What's over the dune? Here we go. Oh my, the turtles are laying their eggs. Wow, we found the turtles. It's brilliant. They just need a nice clean beach. What an adventure. Judah, sea turtles like to bury their eggs deep in the clean sand. Due to hunting bans enforced in 1990, the number of turtles flocking to the regions in Mexico have risen from 120,000 to 4 million in just over 30 years. And thanks to the beach cleanup operations, turtles are starting to return to the places they once inhabited, including beaches in Mumbai, India. Wow, the end. As the waves lap steadily at the shoreline, it's time for a new generation to take to the seas. Wow, what a great adventure. They're heading home. I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the story. I'll catch you again next time. Love you.